The Hoba People are an ethnic group in Hong local government area of Adamawa State, Nigeria. They occupy the hill country that is bordered by the Mubi Hills to the east, Holma and Zuma Mountains to the south, Howell River to the north and Gombe Hills to the west. Hong is the administrative headquarters of the local government area, and it is situated in the area between four local governments of Gombe, Song, Mubi and Michika local government. Its large natural vegetations encapsulate the beauty of its territory that remains a beauty to behold. The Kilba call themselves Hoba. They are predominantly farmers. In fact, they practice little else apart from farming and minor craft. There are blacksmiths also among them, but even these blacksmiths engage in farming activities. The Hoba man is one who challenges the odds to finish because of their can-do spirit. Though historically, they were known to be brave hunters and warriors as illustrated by its tribal symbol, the shield and spear. Popular crops farmed by these people include granite, guinea corn, maize, beans and cocoyam among many others. However, granite is by far the pride of the Hoba people. The historical emergence of these people is traced when a German source seized by the Soviet Army on 8 May 1945 from the Berlin Museum and gave it that the Kilba people were in their present habitat since 8th century AD. And these early inhabitants live in clan-based mountain communities. Each of the mountain communities was made up of several villages. These villages had their method of communication. The Tul Korma was a secular religious ruler. He had a cabinet made up of Yaduma, Midala, Bira'ul, Kadagimi, Kadala, Zarma and Batari. Depending on the community, each had their designated cabinet. The cabinet of all the Tuls still have the same character. However, Furkodil founded the present dynasty about 1356 AD and made Hong the headquarters of Hoba chiefdom and also take their title of Tulkoba. The Kilba chiefdom remained a complete and an independent sovereign entity until the coming of the British, but maintained their independence from the Fulani jihadists. Both oral folktale told through many generations traces the sojourn of these Hoba people to Egypt, where its dialect is spoken in pockets of villages there. In Dr. Bath's report of his voyage, he wrote that Hoba was a well-organized pagan kingdom second to none in Western Sudan. But the story of emergence of Christianity in Hoba land is an interesting tale. In July 1921, the mission journey began in Hong with preliminary observations and setting up a structure in Pella. But it was not until February 1923 that the first missionary was posted to Pella to begin a church, while the first person to be baptized happened 6 years later. From 1923 to date, the church has never ceased from growing, as you will find a structure and body of believers everywhere you go. Hobas are unique for their rich culture and traditional ways of life, which pervade their entire social, political and economic existence with a positive inclination towards independent self-determination. In present-day Adamawa State, Hoba's sons and daughters are spread abroad, having presence in all the local government areas of the state. They have carved a niche for themselves in the civil service at both the federal and state level. In the aspect of education, Hoba people are believed to be well-read. This can be seen in the numbers of those studying in the state tertiary institution as well as other institutions outside Adamawa. The strength of the workforce is another aspect to consider, as you will find them both as academic and non-academic staff. Another occupation where you will find the Hoba people well represented is in the military. Hoba has had retired and serving generals occupy key positions in the nation's armed forces. Their numbers is a force to reckon with in both the rank and file. The emergence of the democratic dispensation has not left the Hoba people behind. In this dispensation, Hobas have played active role in the political process both at the state and national level. For some, they are recognized as instrumental to the victory their parties have had. To this end, they have emerged acting governor, speaker, and member of State House of Assembly, ministers, ambassadors, federal and state commissioners, and the most enviable of them, secretary to the government of the Federation. While the development drive of the Hoba people was peaking, the attacks of Boko Haram on Hong in 2014 slowed the motion for a while, but momentum peaked due to the resilience of the people and the support of the sons and daughters to fast-track the healing of the land. Today, very little visible traces of the havoc caused by Boko Haram can be seen in Hong, as new infrastructure have replaced the rubbles. Hoba have specific ways of doing everything, and life is very smooth and enjoyable. They live a life of celebration and merrymaking. Osama Gulkumunu, Osinashulu.